This one is for real, for real. I mean, like the rest of the stuff we've been talking about was for real, but this one is for real. This is frontal lobe training. I share these stories so that you do not have to learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from mine. Let me set it up for you. I almost drowned this weekend. Let me tell you what happened. My boys and my husband, it's three of us, and my husband, so it's five of us, went down to the river. We just discovered there's this like river right close to our house. We're like, okay, let's check it out. As a matter of fact, we had gone there in the morning because we usually take a walk some mornings. We'd gone there in the morning. We're like, oh, that's not bad. But we were in our walking clothes. We decided we'll go back later on in the evening. I do all my gaming on a treadmill. We decided we would go back in the evening and go to the river. Okay, cool. A little family outing. We went back there, tons of people. In the morning, it was like 2 people. This woman was actually using the metal detector trying to find stuff. Went back in the evening, everybody and their mama was there. People were selling. The Spanish, Mexican people were selling tacos and all these things. It was just, music was playing. It was just an amazing time. We got in the river, my son and I. The 2 bigger boys, they went off somewhere. My husband was laying on the beach of the river because it's like a beach. And we were just having a good time. Then my younger son, the 12-year-old, and I decided we're going to go out into the water. And it's about knee deep for a long while. We went walking out knee deep for a while. Then we were like, okay, let's go check out the waterfalls. And we walked around to the waterfall, which we kind of curved around the beach area. So now we were more in the center of the river. I don't know if you've been to rivers, some places are deep, some places are not. And you could get to different places in the river without having to get very wet or even getting into the water much. But that's what we did. We walked around to the center. We're at the waterfall. And we're like, okay, it's time to go back to the shore. We're in the center of the river. We were going back a different route. We're walking, knee-deep water, no big deal. Walking along. Poof! All of a sudden, we both slipped underwater. Me and my 12-year-old son fell off a steep drop in the middle of the river. That's how rivers are. They have just drop-offs out of nowhere, and we fell down into it. Here's the thing about that. I can swim very well. My 12-year-old son, he can't swim. He can float. He's comfortable in the water, and our feet could not touch the ground. And I am thinking in my head, okay, I need to get him out of there. So I reached up and I threw him. And I didn't throw him far enough. And I swam to him and I threw him again. I was trying to keep throwing him until I could get him to a place where he could stand up. And from what I could see, there are people not very far away. It's probably just a few feet from us. And I don't think even the people recognize that we're in trouble. I wasn't quite in trouble yet. I hadn't lost control of the situation. I was close, though. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, I got him to a place where he could stand up, and then I got up there and stood up too. Just like that, we could have drowned. Seriously. And I'm going to tell you why we are here today and not drowned, because that's not a proper word. We are here because we did not panic. I knew how to swim. And I knew that I was going to save this boy. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll share with you the reason he told me why he did not panic. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, do not panic. Stay with the flow of the river, the water. Do not try to go against the flow. And try to stay above water as much as possible. I mean, we stayed calm. I stayed calm. My son stayed calm. I'm going to tell you why he stayed calm. I'm going to tell you what the answer is in just a little bit. And two is you're supposed to go with the flow. That is where we messed up. Because after a while, I felt a little tired. I was going against the flow. And because of that, the reason I did that is because my eyes were faced towards the shore and I was going to go towards the shore. But how the river was flowing, that was against the flow. It was just trust me on this one. But we made it. It's good. Next, if that ever happens to you, go with the flow of the river. We didn't. And then another lesson I learned is we could have just turned around and hopped back on the cliff that we fell off. I just didn't even think about it. It didn't even occur to me. I'm sure if I was struggling a little more to get him to shore, to a place that he could sit up, I probably would have thought about throwing him behind me, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm going to tell you then there is stupidness. You just do it all wrong. And unfortunately, a lot of people lose their lives on rivers and streams and lakes because of these steep drop-offs. Be careful in waters that you are not familiar with. Now I'm going to tell you why my son did not panic. I asked him, I was like, were you scared? Were you panicked? He's like, no, because I knew you would save me even if you had to drown. That is what the boy told me. Well, I guess you know what? I'm his mama, and he's probably right. I would have saved him regardless, but neither of us were going to drown that day because I was going to either call for help, I was going to reach underneath him and throw him. It doesn't even matter. We were going to be okay. As long as he didn't panic, neither of us didn't panic. It's all good. Thank you, Jesus, that we're all right. Let's see. Anyway, there you have it. Wisdom, stupidness, choose wisdom. And remember, show me your brightest, show me your best, show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets theirs look like stupidness. Okay, what we got in the comment section? Let the water take you to safety. It's true. It's really important that you move with the flow. Because honestly,